What Chris Pratt has been able to accomplish with his new series that is out on Amazon called The Terminal List is pretty incredible, especially when it comes to the reaction of leftists and wokesters and Hollywood elitists who are losing their minds right now because of the success that Chris Pratt is finding with all of this entertainment that he is putting out that, you know, really goes against a lot of the Hollywood narratives that are being pushed. You know, with his previous film that he did with Amazon, which was a great film. It was an alien sci-fi film and everything else. There were some really awesome positive family messages in that film, which we need more of in today's day and age. But Hollywood, as we all know, despises the family structure, especially the nuclear family structure, and they are trying all that they can to get rid of that. So they are really just, they can't stand Chris Pratt. And when you go to Chris Pratt's IMDb, if you look at it, you will see that Hollywood doesn't really plan to work with Chris Pratt anymore in the future from what it looks like with that, because the last thing that he really has that's coming out of Hollywood is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't even think that the Mario film is necessarily coming from a Hollywood studio, and so there's a lot of stuff that's going on with Chris Pratt that shows that he is absolutely winning because people are loving The Terminal List and Hollywood hates that. So critics and media trash Chris Pratt's anti-woke Terminal List. Audiences love it. BuzzFeed called it an unhinged right-wing revenge fantasy. Mainstream critics and the liberal media are panning Amazon's new series, The Terminal List, which stars actor Chris Pratt, but audiences love the fast-paced, testosterone-infused thriller. Season 1 of the series is sporting a rough 37% approval rating from critics. BuzzFeed deemed it an unhinged right-wing revenge fantasy. And a Variety review called the series a dour, miserable sit. One that would be tough to take as a 2-hour film and has been inexplicably roided up to 8 hours. Audience scores, though, tell a different story. The show is boasting an impressive 93% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes from the general audience, with comments expressly calling out film critics. Shocked at the harsh reviews from critics, one person wrote, "This series was highly enjoyable, full of twists and suspense, and Chris Pratt was great." Because of course he is, because he continues to do things that pisses off Hollywood, and that is a good thing. That is what we need in today's day and age. We need more people that are willing to make the woke angry, that are willing to step outside of the narrative, outside of the agenda. Like I've continually said this here on the channel. If you do something that makes leftists angry, then you are probably doing something right. And that is exactly what Chris Pratt continues to do. Chris Pratt is excellent. This is really a different character for him, and he plays it so well, which is awesome. I haven't seen the show yet because I literally just haven't had the time with everything that's going on with EpicVerse. By the way, make sure that you go check out EpicVerse over on Twitter and on YouTube and everything else. We are working on an Instagram page for it as well. You probably can follow that, actually. There isn't really much on it yet, but we are working on a lot of stuff with EpicVerse, and I'm very excited for that. So make sure you go follow that because it's going to be freaking awesome. Critics have no idea what they're talking about, and others slammed. So there is kind of this internal war that's going on right now with the people like you and me, normal people, normal Americans, and the Hollywood elitists who despise anything that pushes any sort of positive message or any sort of message that isn't destructive by nature, because that really is what Hollywood is all about, is pushing messages that are socially destructive because they want to destabilize society. With a destabilized society, when the people are weakened, then they can gain all the power that they need to, and that is exactly what they are after. So as you can see here, The Terminal List is completely hated on by critics. Meanwhile, audiences are loving it. So with all of that being said, Chris Pratt is absolutely just dominating right now, and it is awesome to see. It is so awesome to see people like Chris Pratt and Gina Carano, these actors and actresses who are loved by the people because they are normal people. You know what I mean? Like they aren't stuffy, stuck up Hollywood elitist and everything else, and that is exactly what we need to continue to support more of. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. I'd appreciate that a lot, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.